Hey guys, Deuce here, and as you know, Sparking Zero is just around the corner, and there's people hitting the lab in Budokai Tenkaichi, ready to break controllers and ruin friendships. So with the promised land so close at hand, I'm giving a quick rundown of all the conversation and controversy surrounding this game recently. I myself didn't grow up playing the Tenkaichi series, the only Dragon Ball game under my belt being Fighters. I know, it's not much to brag about, don't come at me.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But I can't help but notice the insane amount of hype surrounding this game, and for good reason. Sparking Zero and Dragon Ball Daima being the last two gifts given by Toriyama. Rest in peace. And from what I've seen on social media, the biggest thing people are looking forward to are the huge roster of characters, from Dragon Ball to Z, from Super to GT, and all the movies in between, totaling up to 182 fighters. A celebration 40 years in the making, bringing both veterans and newcomers together. Hell, they're going to be people who haven't played a game in 10 or 15 years, dusting out their controllers just to catch a body. It's that serious, and I'm all for it. And speaking of characters, there was talk about how unbalanced the game is, with heavy hitters like UI, Goku, Whis, Broly, and Gogeta being completely broken. And it's not so much as being unbalanced, but more so accurate. When you see Whis dodging basic attacks because the player took a pee break because you ain't shit, that's very lore accurate to a character who is constantly in a state of Master Ultra Instinct, only being able to attack him when he attacks you. If I'm Krillin fighting Broly, my attacks are not gonna phase this man. I mean, I'll do chip damage and wear him down, no diddy, but that's about it. I'm fighting for my life at this point. But I relish the challenge, and I accept my fate because Krillin is by far one of my favorite characters. But to other players out there, it's going to be a nightmare, especially in online play. But on the bright side, broken characters does not mean broken teams. You see, Sparking Zero goes by a point value system based on the character's canonical power level, and you only have so many points to work with, so the stronger the fighter, the more they cost, while the weaker ones will be cheaper. And at that point, it's pretty much up to the player. Do you brute force your way to victory with two S-tier fighters, or overwhelm your opponent with multiple A-tier or B-tier characters? And that's such a great way to quote-unquote balance it out, while making it as realistic as a Dragon Ball fight can get. I'm pretty sure this mechanic was used in previous games, but again, I never played these before, so this is all new to me. With the impressive roster of characters, I can't help but notice the outstanding amount of just 12 stages, with fans disappointed in the lackluster total, wanting areas like Corrin's Tower or the Kame House, among many others. And I gotta say that kinda sucks, given how much energy was put into the cast of characters, but I think it's safe to assume that we'll get more stages through DLC or in-game currency. So it's really no use in getting upset about it, because we'll know soon enough. But I gotta say, my biggest gripe right now is the lack of split screen. As someone who grew up with couch co-op, it's sad not seeing much of it because there's nothing funnier than seeing your friend go from casual player to sweaty tryhard, demanding you run the Fate again for the 10th time. But I've heard a few reasons as to why it's not included. Some say the consoles can't handle all that processing power required for split screen during all the particle effects and interactive destruction. Others are saying that it's due to Sony and Microsoft's policies on wanting to sell more consoles, hence the reason for pushing online play. And I don't want to talk shit about the developers because they often receive public backlash from the publishers' choices that are outside their control. It always comes around full circle back to corporate. But it's not a total loss since we do have split screen in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. I'm just hoping they add 1 or 2 more stages with split screen. That's all I ask. But that's pretty much it for now. I'm not going to ask if you're excited for Sparking Zero, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Instead, I want to know who your mains are, and are you ready to run these hands? So yeah, drop your mains in the comments and I promise we won't judge. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.